What are the qualified signing use cases for law firms? ZealiD serve many of the leading law firms in Northern Europe, and we're seeing an ever-increasing demand for qualified signing. We see three major use cases adopted by industry leaders. These are 1. Electronic signing of high-risk agreements, 2. Filings with public authorities and agencies, and finally 3. Remote identification for KYC purposes. The first use case is signing of high-risk agreements. Most law firms have adopted major e-signing platforms such as DocuSign and Adobe Sign. And across Europe, the most common way of signing is simply to press a sign button on the screen. But if contracting parties are signing a deal that involves millions of euros in contract value, credit or guarantees, is a sign button push based on an email address good enough? Or what if signed documents involve sensitive rights, exclusive IPR, representations, liabilities, or items involving reputational, compliance, or regulatory risk? The answer is, it is not. Not only are more and more jurisdictions in the EU imposing qualified signing requirements on numerous agreement types, but more importantly, the integrity of e-signatures is regularly being questioned in court. The second is public and agency filings. Law firms are regularly filing matters with public authorities, courts, regulatory bodies on behalf of their clients. With eIDAS, not only can the qualified signature be used throughout the EU, but more importantly, where public authorities and courts accept digital communication and submission, they're also mandated by law, by eIDAS, to accept documents signed with qualified signatures. This means that adopting qualified signatures for all public filings is a compliant and a cost-effective way to offer clients state-of-the-art digital processes, e-signing and document handling. Last but not least, remote identification and KYC completion is easily solved by adopting QES. The other day I spoke to a senior partner at a Stockholm-based law firm who told me he takes pictures of his new clients' passports, and those he sends via email to his back office. As you can understand, this is wrong in so many ways. Law firms often lack digital processes and systems, and remote identification and KYC is no exception. Law firms are required to know their customers according to anti-money laundering legislation, and of course to identify them thoroughly, both at the setup of the relationship and on a continuous basis. A qualified signature is an AML KYC approved method of identification in all EU member states. As such, it provides the simplest, most user-friendly and compliant method of registering new clients and keeping client records current.